Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to Transcendence with Spirit Medium Laura. That's me. Using the miracle of spirit, hopefully we transcend our problems and heal. We experience healing to happiness. And that's the theme of this show, is how to achieve healing to happiness through heavenly resources, if you will. So tonight it looks a little light in the queue. That's fine. Usually on holiday, the queue is filled with people. By the way, I hope that you have had a beautiful holiday today for Martin Luther King Day. And let us remember the love and the progress that he represented for all those, for all of us people in the United States and in the world, global healer and leader for evolution, spiritual and humane treatment of others. Okay, so there is a website for the show. It is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there you will find a myriad of resources. There are 3 that I like to highlight. The first one is you can watch the show live. I'm in front of a video camera. This goes simultaneously to YouTube Live, or YouTube Hangout. I think that's what it's called, yeah. Which is old technology, and maybe someday fire will light under me and I will bring it to a new platform. But for now, it is on YouTube. The second thing I'd like to remind you of is there is an 8 no wait option there on spiritmediumtv.com, and that allows you to jump to the top of the queue. If you have an urgent matter, you just can't wait. Donate 8 and jump the gate. By the time I'm done talking, there might be a donation or 2, and also the queue is starting to fill up. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so that's the 808 for urgent matters that just can't wait. Go to spiritmediumtv.com and you can make your donation there. It goes in part to help animals, which is my favorite animal charity, which is a local animal rescue company, service, whatever you want to call that. And the woman who runs it is, I call her the genius angel, if you will, because she is a genius at this, helping animals, in particular dogs and cats. She has them all. So the third thing that you can get there is the free for me on spiritmediumtv.com. That's www.spiritmediumtv.com. You can get the free for me. And what is that? Well, you use Radio Show Key when you are placing your order for a private session with me at booklaura.com. And all that's described at spiritmediumtv.com, so you don't have to remember much. All you need to know is the video is there, the 8 no wait is there, and the free for me is there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go into the focus subject, and then I will do a brief prayer, a meditation, energy connection, and I will go to the phone lines. And I will keep checking just see if anybody did make a donation. Not that I'm trying to get them, everybody. I just like to do this because there are some people who come in and then they just need to be seen, and it's a way for them to be seen. So the focus subject for this evening is the affluence of authenticity. So what that means is basically if you are living your true self, who you really are according to your unique self, and rather than following the crowd, you're listening to yourself, feeling your feelings, and then taking action to support them, you will become more abundant. Yeah. I like to say more lucky, if you will. Your intuition will start to fill in the gaps. You'll be meeting more of the right people at the right time. A certain flow, synchronicity happens in your existence. So if you're a sheeple rather than a people, you are betraying yourself of the full mechanism of your supernatural aspect. And that supernatural, intuitive, aligned with God and source aspect of yourself can only come by listening to who you are and supporting who you are. I've written a book on this. I call it Soul Abundance. It is available on Amazon. I self-published it there. I have a little course on a few other things. Spiritmediumcoach.com gives you the details of the course, the book, and what this is all about, even a free video there. That's spiritmediumcoach.com. And the course, the book, and all of this concept of authenticity is further elucidated at that website, spiritmediumcoach.com, as Soul Abundance. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a prayer, a meditation prayer, then an energy connection. I will go to the phone lines. I will also check to see if anybody has made a donation before I open the phone line. Right before I open the phone lines. Right now, it doesn't look like that, and that's fine. Okay. So everybody listening, I need you all to participate. Okay? I need you all to sit back in your respective locations and uncross your arms and legs. In other words, go to open body position. Beginning to breathe from your abdomen. Deeply breathing from your abdomen. And exhaling any and all tension, any and all concern you have for yourself, past, present, future. Entering the now on the breath as you inhale. Again, remembering to use the abdomen. And I'd like all of you to focus in on what you want today from Spirit, what you need, if it's a personal matter about your own life or, the here and now, or if it's an other side connection, calling in your loved ones from source, from the other side, and being open to who does show up, as we cannot guarantee we're going to get who you want all the time. But we can say that usually the souls most likely, best able to communicate, should be the ones that we pay attention to. They might even be opening the portal for the other soul that you want. So be open to who does come through. The more open we are, the more we work with Spirit this way. They have an agenda also, it's not all about us, right? The more we'll get. So while you're doing that, I'm going to go off and invoke the master prayer. I will be back in a second. And now, on your next exhale of breath, please release into the space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, good. And so I'm going to just check to make sure that there are no donations before I continue. That's only going to take a second. And then I come back to number one in the queue is a woman named Laura. I'm not playing preference, anybody. Because Laura was. Because Laura was the first one to call. And Laura is wanting an other side connection. Okay, so let's see who does come in for you, Laura. We're a 781, by the way, just as an aside. Okay. There are a few family members in Spirit, not just one, of course. There are more than one. There's a father figure, an older male to you. This is the primary one stepping through. Before I felt a mother figure as well. Now, when I say that, it could mean grandparents as well, or just people that are in an older category to you. So I do see a male step forward. I'm going to look around, see if there's any other energy patterns coming in, and then I'm going to come back to you and allow you to direct me as to who you want me to develop, and we'll see how that works. Okay, Laura? You do that, honey? All right, so first see this male. He's kind of like looks tall, energetic, and good looking male. Let's see who else I get. Yeah, the only one I can see right now is the man. There's something about him that reminds me of a gladiator. He's very strong personality, very strong personhood, but very honorable. And also like a knight in shining armor. He literally presents like a knight on a horse in shining silver armor. So that to me, symbolic of meaning of, well, he's going to say, taller man with a heart of gold who loves you very much. Uh, are you okay, honey, Laura? Just clearing your throat like? Okay. So I see a knight in shining armor, taller man, heart of gold, loves you very much. I'm going to get you more information. If you would please, sir, in spirit, if you would please take off the armor, we can see who you are. But he just presented symbolically, Laura. Okay. Did you get that part? But he just presented as a knight in shining. Okay. So I still see tall, very tall, a taller body, slender build, kind person, caring person. Bed rest, pills, agony in the end, heart problems. Sorry about the loss, the way he had to transition. Okay. So would you know a father figure that would have had to take pills, had a heart problem, and there was suffering at the end, please? Do you know anyone like that, please? Okay. And I see the hair a little bit, but I want him to give me a little bit more on the hair, please. He has a nose on him. He's got a bigger nose. No, I mean, just say it's prominent. It's an interesting nose. Not a Jimmy Durante, but just a stronger nose. Okay, salt and pepper hair. There's a little bit of wave to it. It's a little bit disheveled at the moment, the way he's showing me himself. The hair looks a little bit like it grew out a little bit, not real cut short. When they give me a snapshot of themselves, it should be something that you can remember. It looks like the underlying color of the hair was a dark brown to, well, very dark brown. And then again, as I mentioned, the nose has a little bit of, I see a little bit of a hook to it. Yeah. Would you know anyone like that, please, that continuing on the description? Okay. Uh, what dark, honey? You mean the dark hair? Okay, the darker color looks like dark brown, and then the gray to white looks like it's a salt and pepper. So I'll just say salt and pepper. Okay, the pepper is pepper and the salt is salt. That's another way to say it. But the underlying color, let's say his original color, looks like it would have been a brown color. It looks darker the way it appears to me. And so what you're saying is that the underlying color was not a dark brown? Is that what you're saying, honey, when you just said what you said? Okay. Would you understand it was a brown then? A light brown. Okay. Now I can't tell too much, all I'm seeing is a steel gray to darker color there, which would be salt and pepper. So we'll just leave the refinement of the undertone alone for a moment. Um, he's got a lot of character in his face, very intelligent, highly accurate in the work he does while on Earth. He's showing me some other symbol. Um, Let me just ask him something. I think he kind of has a good sense of humor. Kind of shows me he likes to joke around, if you will. Besides being a serious person, we said before, and highly accurate in his work. Would all those things make sense, please? All right. I'm caring, love you very much. The heart problem makes sense, correct? The heart issue, please. All right. So he comes in with a loving air about him, loving aura. He says, thank you to you. You took very good care of him at the end. That can mean a lot of things, but he does want to say that. You were around him at his bedside for a long time towards the end of his life. So he's saying you spent time with him. And he means literally, honey, near you physically. But you were near him physically. Would that make sense to you, please? What you're thinking of? All right. You're a very caring person, he says. He says, you're very careful with your health too. you take care of, there are children in the family, like you have children. He's giving me the number two, as if you have two children. Would you understand that, please? Yes or no? Would you have any children, please? Yes. Oh, I guess so. Yeah. Okay. Because he's two. Yeah. You're very careful with your health. You're very creative with your health. You're a go-getter in life. He says you're a very good-looking woman. He says he loves you very much. He says thank you again for taking care of him at the end. Don't be sad about the loss. He's in a very good place now. Take care of everything for me, honey, like you did before. I don't know what he means by that. Could mean a lot of things. What do you mean by that, sir? Like you took care of everything for me before I left Earth, and now you can carry on just taking care of things. You're a very competent human being, is what he means. Uh, is there any other personal message, sir, you want to give your beautiful granddaughter or daughter? I don't know who he is, honey. I don't know if it's your father. I don't know if he's grandfather. All I know is you've been commenting on what I see here. Let me see if he wants to. I'm getting more of a father, honey, to you than a grandfather. Would you understand, please? All right, good. So he's your father. He says, take care of everything for me the way I liked it before I left Earth. He says, carry on for me and the family. He says, you're very competent, very good at taking care of things. I love you very much. Please take care of the family and the home and everything for me. Everyone will look up to you in the future if you carry on the way you're doing. There's a little difficulty for you right now surrounding this. He says the way you're being treated or the way you're being taken by others about you and about the family. He says, you know what I mean. He says that will all dissipate over time. Seems to be a younger sibling to you that's also, I guess, would have him as a father as well. Would you know that, please? Yes or no? You don't have any other siblings? No other siblings? Okay, sometimes they give me a trans, what do you call it, dyslexia in that area for some reason. So we'll just say you're the youngest one, but would you have a brother, please? All right, so he's the older one. Is he giving you a hard time about something, honey? Because that's kind of what your dad is showing me. No? All right. Well, we're just going to leave it then. The message is take care of everything for me the way you left, the way you were before. He says, I love you very much. You're my beautiful daughter. Um, wait a minute. There's more. Something about you. Marriage. Marriage. You're married, aren't you, honey? Ah, okay. Marriage is, all right. He said something about marriage. All right. He's saying marriage is no longer an option for you, which I guess is true because you are getting married. So I guess he's just trying to say to you, good luck with your marriage. I love your marriage. I approve of your marriage. And I wish you much happiness in your marriage now. Okay, my dear. Thank you so much, Laura, for calling in, honey. And I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. And so I'm going to move to caller two, which is Cece, who has a life question. Hey, Cece, what's up? Hi, honey. How are things doing how are things doing in Houston? How are things doing in Houston? Oh, it's cooler than the Midwest? Oh, sure. Yeah, it's a little cooler tonight here in Florida also than what we're used to. Yeah. All right, love. So go ahead and ask your question. What was that? Absolutely. Go ahead, honey. Ask your question, love. All right. Meeting this year, 2019. Let me go silent for a moment. Yes, there's going to be a feeling of community or communal attitude. There will be a transition of, feel a realization, a transition, and feeling it out as you go along. Everybody needs to get something in the transition, and you will get more than you thought you could get. You're very good at this work. This You're very good at moderating or mediating differences and feeling your way through. So everything is going to come to you as you need and as you want. You don't have to worry about anything. Would that make sense to you, honey? I think I understand. Yeah, I'm sorry, honey, for your this transition, if you will. I understand it is a loss, but it's something that you're going to be very good at going through, releasing the negativity and starting again. And you will come out ahead in the end. So you don't have to worry, okay? I don't think so. I think you're just simply going to be there doing what you need to do to represent yourself. Let me just let me just check. Will he be healed by this process? Yes or no? No. He is a very angry person inside. There's nothing you can do about that, Cece. And one of your lessons this lifetime is to learn where your boundaries begin and end. You want to, right? You want to help, you want to be there for people, you want to be a positive impact on them and their healing and all. At times, we just have to accept people are the way they are. And it's not, right? It's not your business to heal him. He'll do just fine the way he is, like a sharp steel knife out there to cut everybody apart. But it's not your business. What's your business? It's your business. So you are supposed to take care of yourself, your interests, and your children now in a very diplomatic and cool way. And in the end, you will end up with everything that you need and require. Okay? You're welcome, Cece. Bye bye, honey. Okay, I think we did get a donation from Anne. So I'm going to, let me just make sure I have the phone number correctly. Thank you, Anne, for the donation. It goes in part to help animals. 1 second. Just got to make sure. I have the exchange, but I didn't have the first number. Do I have anybody else with that beginning 3 numbers? No. Okay, coming to you, Anne. Hi, Anne. How are you? Hi, how are you? Oh, hi, Amala. I think I have to leave you alone for a moment because I got a donation from somebody whose phone number started with the first 8. Oh, I'm sorry. I did it wrong. Duh. I did it wrong. She's 858 and she's right over there. Okay. Anne, I'll get to you in a moment. I'm going to give Amla her answer and then we'll come right to you, Anne. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Amla. I'm doing fine, honey. Just give me your question, honey. Go ahead. It's almost hilarious because it's like she's writing a book on motivation, but she's having a block on it. That's so cute. And then this, the other, and who said it's got to get out? And who said, I, okay. I remember talking to you about this before, and I feel the same theme here, and that is that you're really not sure of your process yet, of how to motivate. In other words, if you were, you'd be motivating yourself with your process. So we're going to talk about that very briefly and see what we can come up with for you to get you going. But a book does not have to get out at any time unless you have a publisher telling you it must be published. But I don't, are you in that situation, honey? We have a deadline on the book? Oh, so you just feel it's going to be done. Okay. And you're on 11 of 12 chapters total, right? So you feel that it's practically done, but you're blocked at the end. So that means to me you found, yeah, you found something that's not working. So we have to figure out what that is. Can you give me like the, yeah, it's like you wrote it all down, but it's a secret little party in the back of your head saying, yeah, but. So give me the initials. Yeah, give me the initials, unless you want to say the name of the book. You could say the name if you want, whatever you prefer. Yeah, sure. Okay, E like in ear, V like in Victor. Hold on. What is holding her up, please? You know what you're doing in the book. You have a lot of security on the matters spoken about. However, you do not have a method, and we will say that again, an all-weather method. You have a lot of knowledge, a lot of information. But you don't have a crystalline structure to the methodology. So we recommend that you go back, look everything over instead of trying to push forward. Go back and look everything over and sort of fill yourself with the whole thing, and then let it sit for a couple of days or however long it is, because your subconscious needs to gestate. It needs to gestate during sleep, during day, whenever it is, doing other things. You need to take a break. So right now, go back for everything, read it over, study it again, let it sit, and don't try to push it in any direction. Then take a break. We're going to give you the exact timeline of the break, and if there's anything you need to do during the break that will help with this. How long should she break? It's about a week to 2 weeks at max. It could be as short as a day, but probably needs a minimum of a week. A week to 2 weeks doing nothing but caring for your home, caring for yourself, caring for your life, and having as much fun as possible. Just being sort of free for that week or so. But you also take time to gestate. You can also journal, and you can also play with thought and ideas around it. Again, during that 1 to 2 weeks when you're breaking, but not to force an answer, just to play with it, like as if you're playing with Legos or you're playing a little card game, no conclusion, just playing with it. Okay, sort of steeping in it, if you will. And then at the end of 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, you will find answers will start ringing in your head. Actually, you might even hear ringing in your ears, if you will. That will be your guide speaking to you, and to be channeling them. You know how to channel. You should ask, yeah, you should ask for the ideas to come through. You should capture them as they start to channel. Right now, you will not be able to channel answers until you've done this. And they say something like almost a whistle blowing or ringing in your ears, or feeling of like wind coming at you or something. Some kind of physical sensation is going to let you know it's like ready. you know, and then you'll channel. And there will be a methodology or a process that will fit with everything, that will make it all hold together. Again, back to the idea of Legos, like, you know, like the spine of a brontosaurus or whatever you want to call it, but the pieces will fit. Yeah, and then you'll be done. So that's 1 to 2 weeks from now. Then we get the channeling. The channeling is going to go on and off for a little while. I hate to give you times because it needs to be intuitive, but I'm going to give you times anyway as a guideline, but only look at it as a guideline. 1 to 2 weeks more, 1 to 2 weeks more of allowing channeling to come in, and, you know, not pushing, but allowing. So it's a full month. And then after that, you will find that the answer will be there, and you will integrate it back into the former chapters. And then 12 will be more of a tying up of everything. So you're going to have to integrate in other chapters, and then 12 will conclude. It will be the conclusion. And then you'll have the finished product. So that's about 2 months out. So where are we now? January, February, March, March, April. Don't push. Allow. Oh, yeah. All right, honey. So let it go for, yeah, just let it go. It's called marinating. Marinate. Marinate. Marinate, gestate. Marinate, gestate, then articulate. Actually, I think that would be the Amla. I think that I think that is the process, but you'll see later on. In other words, the process you could be giving your students and readers is marinate, gestate, articulate. You see what I'm saying? You told me that. All right, my dear. Well, good luck. Sounds wonderful. Thank you, love. Thank you. Appreciate you too. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye, love. Okay, going to Anne, who is also Oksana. Anne. All right, honey. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I had to keep you hanging like that. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little diffy when I'm doing the work, and I see the numbers wrong on the switchboard. Go ahead, love, and ask. I think you have a line. Okay. Now, I didn't want to interrupt you, but you're not supposed to tell me everything because then you influence me. So guess, but no, no, listen. Now, No, I'm very negative. Oh, she got a low score. She has no time. Well, I'm already thinking these things. So let me see if I can smooth that out and just go to the question, which is, if she takes the test again before the March 1st deadline, will she get a score of 5, 10, or higher? So then what is the question? Then what is the question, Anne? Because I don't know. You're saying something about getting a. Oh, Thursday. Okay. And Western. All right. Score Thursday, Western acceptance. Hold on. Let's see if I can get a clean answer. Okay, now panic doesn't let you get. Okay, now listen, Ann. If you're all pent up and nervous, you're going to affect your answer. Okay, so you need to try to relax, right? Otherwise, I can't get the answer because you're the antenna. All right, I'm going in for you now. All right, so please just breathe deeply, uncross your arms and legs, breathe deeply from your abdomen, and give me your daughter's first name, please. Ilana, okay. And she has the same last name as yours, love? I won't say it on the air, of course. Okay, let me just get that name. I'm going to go to her vibration and see what she's creating in her energy sphere. She will be able to do that. She will be able to get a score 5, 10, or higher for the test from the test this Thursday. I'm going to give you a reason for that, so it'll help you with your belief system and her with her belief system. Hold on. Because she really is very good at this and there should be no problem. But why did she get, I'm asking Spirit and so please don't interrupt me, okay, honey? Why did she get low, why does she get such a low score before, please? If she's so good at this. She was nervous. She didn't really know what she was doing that day. There's a little bit of fogginess in her brain. What the heck? Does she smoke cigarettes, honey? There's something about smoking and fogginess in the brain. Well, anyway, whatever it is, she might smoke a little pot here and there and not tell you, honey. I don't know, but that's kind of what they're showing me. Smoking something that makes her dizzy or a little bit less clear mentally. But she is very intelligent. She's not going to do that now. She's she's going to really apply herself, and I feel that she is ready for the exam. Okay? I do feel she's ready for the exam. So if she's cleans up her system a little bit, gets her mind real clear, which I think she will now, she'll be doing just fine. And I see over 600 on the score, 600 and something, somewhere in the 600s. Now, is that going to be good enough to get her into Western University? Yes. Okay, I don't need to know anything but the university name, honey. Is it Western University, love? Okay, hold on. I'm going to focus on. I don't need California. Don't need competitive. I don't need any of that. Hold on. Western University. Will she be able to get in? Yes or no? With this score, please. There's a trouble there. I don't see a yes. I see more of a no. Although I do see her score, her grades are good. The score is not going to be really. I mean, I see it higher than 550. I think 510. You said, but I see that the score will still be a little bit difficult. Her grades are excellent. Okay, but the score is more in a B range versus an A range. And that's what's going to hold her back. So I don't want to discourage you. I would suggest that you don't say anything to her. Just tell her yes, yes, because she has to go into this with a positive attitude. If she goes in with an attitude like the psychic said, she won't put her best foot forward, and she won't give herself the opportunity to prove the psychic wrong. So I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that she does do well. I want you to really give her a pep talk, okay? Just tell her that everything's going to be fine. Can you do that? Can you tell her that? Well, that's what I'm getting right now. There's always a reapply again. I know it's difficult. I know you're upset, but I also know that having a tragic attitude and being extremely nervous doesn't help any. It only takes away from whatever brilliance she has, and she has a lot of brilliance. Um, so let's see the best. I do see a 650 on the test, but I do see straight A's as her grades in school prior to this. But I also hear something about the test score really might be even needed to be higher than that for what is applying into the school. So let's be open about it. But right now, I don't want to be too negative. But I gave you the answer. But I want you to be positive about it. Please promise me that. Okay? All right. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anne. Love you, honey. Bye bye. Bye. Okay. I don't think we have any more, but I do need to check. Yeah, we're good. Okay, going back to the phone lines. I believe we're ready for Donna. Go ahead, Donna. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Of course. Okay, don't give me back, Donna, honey, don't give me background because I just said that to the previous caller. I don't want to know all the background because I'm not giving you the spirit is. So I want you to just try to hone in on the question. And if I need more information, okay, then I'll get it from you. All right. And the name, or at least initials, please. And is there a last name? Just give me the first letter. H. Okay. Erwin, right? Erwin H. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't. You can also just give me initials in the future. Okay. Let me go to his name. Ergen H. Sincere or not? Yes. Yeah, I feel he is sincere, but that's still a problem. I'm going to give you why. And this has been classic with him. What you see or what he says is not what you get. Problem. And so I want you to know that even though he may say something that he really means it, but then he finds it troubling or hard to follow up for some reason. It's very difficult for him to get moving. And so it's hard for me to really make this clear, but I'm going to try to. What I get is he really has intention when he says it, but I feel there's like a really difficult negative pull to stay where he is. So what you hear is not what you get. What he says is not what you get. And this is the problem you've had with him all along. keeps telling you something and then not doing it. So the bottom line is it's not sincere. He says it, he means it when he says it, but he doesn't do it. You see what I mean by that? I can get you the reason. Let me see if I can get it, honey. I mean, for it. Well, I already foreshadowed a difficulty in following up on things he says. For him, this is character, but let me see in the reality of it. I feel he has trouble with money. He has trouble really allocating proper funds for things. Let's see about the person he's with. Oh, goodness. He doesn't have accountability, love. You know this. We've discussed him. I remember. He doesn't have any accountability. There's a smugness to him of like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and I'm not really concerned with other people's feelings. I just do what I want to do. I do what I say what I want to say in the moment. I do what I want to do when I feel it. He looks kind of, I would say, confident about that. Like he can get what he wants. Now, why did he do that? Why did he say that to you? I think you might suspect why. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to say anything else. This is a tricky one, but I've already given you, I think, 2 prior readings, if not more, on this subject. And he's a difficult person. He might be what's called a karmic soulmate, where you're learning things about yourself through this, and you're learning how to take better care of yourself. And that's what I'm getting on that. So the answer is it's not to be trusted. And the why, yeah. So I don't feel he's going to do what he's, and I think he thinks he can do whatever he wants, say whatever he wants, and he'll get away with it. He gets what he wants from you, and then he goes back to his old ways. I'm going to have to go in a moment because I have several other people waiting, but I will take a quick look at that for you, love. Okay? And I know it's a very difficult situation to be in because I'm very familiar with this kind of thing. Hold on a second. No, he's not in love with anyone. He's just really takes care of himself and his own needs. He's a user. And you know this on some level. Okay, well, I've read for you a few times on this, and we've already answered that question a few times for you. You can't attract anyone else so long as you allow this to happen because it's entwining. Okay, you should read an article on my website called Psychopaths. I think you'll see the pattern there. Okay, no, it's a narcopath, it's a narcissistic psychopath, abusive pattern. There's an article on my website about this. Okay, honey. Thank you, Donna. Bye-bye, honey. Bye. Okay, and in case Donna's still listening, if you email me, I'll give you the link to it, Donna, and also anybody else who wants that article, if you want the exact link. There's people running around, everybody, that sort of they're not developed in the empathy category, and they have a little like shtick, shall we say? It's a pattern. They get you hooked, and then they dangle a carrot in front of you while they push you away. There's a whole thing to it. I don't want to go into all of it right now because I have other people waiting. But if I do have time towards the end of the show, I'll talk a little more about it. Okay, I'm going to 551 area code. Hi there. Who am I talking with? Okay, and your name again is? Yeah, I know I should know you. I know I should know you. I'm okay. That's funny. All right. Do you have a question, too? All right. And so, what's the question? Okay. Okay. Now, let me just place you. Are you the social worker who wanted to be the doctor? All right. Got it. Yeah, you're a very highly intelligent, lovable woman. You care for everyone, but no one cares for you yet. Let's see what we get for this. Very intelligent. Why do they keep it so smart? You're so smart. But you have somebody you're thinking of right now. And I think the question is this guy going to bite? Is he going to come towards you? Can you please verify? I don't know what you're seeing because I see you seeing someone. So maybe you see a friend has someone and you're thinking, maybe I could get someone like that. But somehow or other, there's a vision in your head about what you want and can you have it. It's a little bit more than what you asked. I'm going to answer it that way, just assuming you have in your mind someone, a type you want. I also need to ask Spirit one thing silently. Are you still in the same area, honey? I asked Spirit if you moved. They said you didn't. All right. Oh, and you also have the music business, right? You're going to med school? Wow. Is that where you're going, honey? All right, good. Hold on. This year, yes or no? Yes, you will find love this year. They're laughing at me. Your guides are laughing at me. They say, she gets anything she wants. What are you asking that question for? If you put your head to it, you will find he's there. And I'm going to give you more to go on than that. Are you already doing something, working in medicine in some way? Because I see you around somebody wearing sort of a doctor's, what do they call them, scrubs? Good looking man. Looks like they're filming a TV show and he's like the doctor on the TV show. That's kind of like how good looking he is. But he's wearing scrubs. It looks like he's a surgeon. He's got something around his head. He's wearing a blue, light blue kind of thing, good looking male. So if you're not doing anything yet in the industry, you might want to see what you can do now because you feel you're going to meet him that way through medicine or medical work. Okay? I am. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know why, but I do see him. Maybe it's because you said you were going to med school, but I do see a male who's slender, wearing scrubs, getting ready to operate on somebody. So there's a surgeon there because his hands are up and he's got the gloves on like he just washed. Um, and he's wearing very thick glasses, but they use them if they're doing detailed surgery, like magnifiers. Let's see what else I could get on the person. How will she meet him, please? Or her work or some other method? I think you're just going to meet him. You can meet him either as socializing, so you don't have to meet him through your job. Let me see what else you might be doing to meet him. You are taking action, not like you're sitting around staring. What other mechanism can she use? Okay, are you on any of the dating sites, please? I feel you could be. Well, you might want to try going onto one of the sites. One of them that you have to pay for versus a free one. And see what you get there, but I kind of get you're going to get them that way. So don't expect them to float in the door. You got to take some action. And you're very good at taking action. You know, you're a self-starter. No, I think he's around where you are. Let me see. Oh, but you don't even know where you're going to be in med school, right? Yeah. Okay. So it seems like you're putting the cart before the horse here. You know, I know you're wanting that. You always do that to yourself. You always got like two opposing projects, drama in your life. Well, that's the right thing. The horse is getting into med school. Then you'll figure out how to meet him because you don't know where you're going to be. You could relocate, right? So let me look at that for a second. Is she going to relocate? Is she going to get accepted? First of all, yeah, you'll be accepted to one of the many that you are applying for in the United States or abroad, please. Okay, I see two locations. One would be Southeast Texas. The other one would be Northwest US, like Oregon or somewhere around there, state of Washington. So I see those areas light up for possible acceptance. Let's see what else. Is there anything else, please? I don't think you want to go to another country, right? Is that correct, honey? Well, I think your priority, they're telling me your priority right now is US if you can do that, if you can wing it, and you will get into one of your choice. Okay, so it's very likely that you will get into the one that you really want. You don't really need to go too far to get to that one. And that particular school is around where you are now physically. I don't remember where you're living, but I think it's a cold climate. Where are you living, honey? Detroit or something, or Michigan? Or New Jersey. Okay, it's a cold climate. So there's something around there that you're probably going to get into. And so you don't really need to go too far. So that means, if you believe this message, that you will probably be able to start looking for your hunk of burning love right now. Uh, you're welcome, honey. Bye-bye, love. Bye. Okay, I'm going to 713. Hi there, this is Laura. Who am I talking to? Hello. Are you? Hi, yeah, and your name is? Oh, okay, love. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Anyway, we're at the end of the show anyway. Thank you. Love you too, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, take care. We'll do this again next week. Love all you. Look forward to working with you in the future. Bye-bye. All right.